And what's going on, everybody? What's going on? What is going on? Oh, God, I hate having to fix my camera when I'm already live. But what's going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 23. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday night, and I am doing the same. Anyway, but before we get into anything, I just want to thank everybody that tuned in to my latest episode of One on One featuring Miss Ashley Miller. I see that you guys have really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed myself doing it with her. Most definitely, that's probably my favorite one so far. Like, we had such a great time filming that. Nothing but good conversation. I told y'all it was going to be a great conversation, and we did give y'all exactly what I told y'all we would. So shout out to everybody that's tuned into that. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and watch it after this live, though. Watch it after this live is over. But before we get into anything in regards to this show, let's talk about what we got coming up next on the platform. Now, you guys already know tomorrow is Real Housewives of Potomac's premiere, which means that on Monday is the premiere of the Whether You Like It or Not Season 6 panel RHOP edition. And it will be starring Scotty, Terrence, Really B, Sakina, and Yakrati. So make sure you guys get into that, all right? Make sure you guys get into that because this is a brand new show. Josiah still will be around. He just won't be on as he normally would because he has other obligations on Monday. So whenever he's available, he will be sliding on through. In the meantime, in between time, we will have guest appearances from Schoolboy, Busy Blue throughout the season. And we will have Reggie and Il Teddy pop up here and there. So make sure you guys tune in for the panel. It's going to be a great panel this time around. So make sure you guys get into that. So with that being said, since we got all of the church announcements out of the way, y'all, we're about to go ahead and get into this review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, all right? So let me get my notes out, honey. My notes are on my phone, okay? So let me get my notes out so we can go ahead and get into this show. We got 62 people up in here so far. So we'll see what's up. Okay. So we pick up where we left off. I got my notes out now. So we pick up where we left off last week with Kiki and Mel and Kiki's husband at the storage place. And as you know, Mel had told Kiki, you know, if you want to prove everybody wrong, you should take a drug test. And I got the drug test right here. And so, you know, Mel was basically saying, I think that we should shut the haters up. And I'm sitting up here in my bed looking at this, and I'm like, messy Mel, but production Mel. I see Melody Scott Young stirring up the pot to keep the story going. That's what I see. She said, I'm gonna need for us to go ahead and shut the haters up, because I mean, talking about you doing drugs and stuff like that, it's just not right, and we just need to shut them up. Okay, so that's what Melody was basically saying. She was basically telling Kiki that she needs to shut the haters up. So Kiki said, you know what, I agree with you, Melody. I'll take this drug test and I'm gonna prove everybody wrong. Okay, so I'm guessing, you know, Kiki went and took the drug test. She pissed in the cup. Okay, took the drug test. Next thing you know, the drug test come back and she passed the drug test. So Kiki is not doing any drugs. Okay, so she's drug free. She's pretty clean. She's not doing anything. So that is something that can't nobody else use against her. Can't nobody be sitting up here saying, you know what I mean, that she's, you know, doing drugs or she's doing this or she's doing that. You know, no one can say that. No one can say that about her anymore now that we know the truth. So in addition to that, Melody brings up Tiffany, and she goes back and tell Kiki that Tiffany said that Kiki is doing shady stuff, and that's why they're moving to the other side of Huntsville. And I'm just sitting up here like, not Melody throwing her good girlfriend Tiffany under the bus, but then again, I mean, these girls aren't her friends, as she says. So I mean, why am I surprised? But she ain't doing nothing but keeping the story going. I guess even Melody got bored with this bullshit, and she probably said some shit along the lines of, listen, these girls ain't doing what they supposed to do. They sitting up here talking about the same old thing time and time and time and time and time and time again. All right, time and time again. So I got to get this story moving, because these girls ain't gonna say nothing to each other. So I'm gonna make them say something. Okay, so that's what she decided to do. But yeah, she was definitely being messy when she told Kiki in regards to what Tiffany said. And Tiffany said, I mean, Kiki was like, you know what, Tiffany always saying that, you know, I'm messing with her, but she'd be talking about me to everybody that would listen. I definitely believe that because Tiffany do be talking about Kiki all the motherfucking time. She do. Like this whole season, she's been making Kiki her pet project, or been making Kiki the source of her storyline because Lewis ain't here to film with a dumb ass, so she got to do something to keep the magic going. To be honest, she got to do something. So if that means I got to talk about Kiki for a little while to make myself more important and relevant, then that's what I'm gonna do, and that's exactly what she's doing. She talking about Kiki to keep herself relevant because she ain't got nothing going on in her own damn life. So after that, basically Kiki is annoyed and she's pissed off by the fact that she keep on hearing that Tiffany talking about her. And then she was but it's the thing about Tiffany, saying that Kiki ain't got nothing to lose. And I just think that that's kind of messed up. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean she ain't got nothing to lose? Like, what you talking about, girl? Like what you saying? Like, what you mean she ain't got nothing to lose? Like, she making this girl seem like she's a loose cannon. Well, the way she slapped that damn drink up in Tisha's face made her look like she was a loose cannon. But that's another story, though. Speaking of Kiki, y'all know that somebody came to me and said that Kiki wanted to do an interview with me, and I said, "Bring her, bring her, bring her, bring her. I got questions. Bring her. Let's get this interview going again. This time the internet better be interneting because it wasn't interneting the last time I interviewed her ass. So bring her. Let's talk Kiki. Bring her. Bring her. Okay. But anyway, how y'all feel about that? But anyway, yeah, I'm just like, what do you mean she ain't got nothing to lose? Like, doesn't Kiki have a career? Doesn't she have a family? Don't she got a husband? So girl, let's not talk about what somebody got to lose. What do you have to lose? Okay. Because you're on the verge of losing big Louie in a minute. So you might need to shut what we call the fuck up about somebody else's situation. Okay, because Tiffany be talking too damn much about everybody else, and it be like, girl, because the thing that I don't like about Tiffany is that she runs her mouth, and then when she's confronted, she act like a fucking Karen. That's what I can't take about Tiffany. She acts like a damn Karen every time somebody reaches out to her and confront her with the BS that she be on. Like, girl, just say I was being a messy ass, and that that's what I was doing. I was talking about you to get a damn conversation going because I ain't got nothing else to do. So it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. So no. Kiki is not Kiki. Tiffany is definitely a Karen. So now we get into Letitia and Marcel. And apparently Letitia and Marcel are going on a family trip with the children. Letitia is very excited about this family vacation. She feels like she needs it, after everything that was going on. And of course, they go in and they start talking about the situation that happened with Kiki. And they talk about Kiki being a liar. And I just think that, as I said before, I really, really hate that we got two first cousins going back and forth like this on national TV. That's the one thing that I hate about this situation. It's just like Teresa and Melissa on Real Housewives of New Jersey, and that becomes toxic. I don't see why both of them are still on the show. But I just hate that is like that. But I do think that Tisha does not ever take any accountability for the part that she plays in the situation with Kiki. Granted, Kiki was wrong for smacking a drink up in her face. But I do think that when it comes down to the situation, I do be thinking that, okay, Tisha, we get it. Kiki is acting out. But what part did you also play in this? Because we don't need for you to sit up here and act like you a victim in all of this. Because, yeah, Kiki talking about your husband. Yeah, Kiki walking around here with cheating allegations. She's very much so invested in what you got going on. That is very true. But you talked about her. You've talked about her drugs. y'all have done things to hurt one another. And the moment y'all say, we're getting past this, we're going to move forward, y'all really don't be moving forward at all. Y'all just slap a band-aid on the situation, then y'all keep moving and waiting for the next person to do something wrong so y'all can throw it in the face and say, see, I told you you wasn't gonna change. I knew you wasn't gonna change. That's what people be doing sometimes. Like, people really don't forgive when they say they are. Like, no. If you really have forgiven someone, you don't bring this up again. You don't constantly keep bringing up the same old stuff every time you turn around. You don't keep bringing it up. And for me, I had to learn that if I say I've forgiven you, I'm not bringing this up again. That's just like when I forgave my father for every little thing that happened in the past. Once I forgave my dad, I never brought up nothing. I never said you wasn't there. We know you wasn't. So I not forgave you for not being there. So whenever I get mad with you, that is no reason for me to keep bringing it up. So I'm gonna need for Kiki and Tisha both to realize that they are not gonna forgive each other and they don't want to be in each other's lives, and that's just that on that. Sometimes with family members, you gotta draw that line and you gotta just create that boundary. And it's like, yeah, we love each other. Well, they don't love each other, but yeah, we cousins, we family. We got to figure out a way to coexist. But I don't really need for you to be in my life. I don't need to have no relationship with you. And that's just that. And I think that that's where they are. They don't need to have a relationship. They don't really need to be close because it's never going to be right. Sometimes a lot happens in relationships and it'll never be the same and it'll never be right. And sometimes you just got to learn to love somebody from a distance at some point. Even when you've made peace with everything that has happened in certain situations, it's best that you just be like, love you, but from over here. While you over there. I can love you from over here. I can cheer you on from over here. But I don't need to be this close to you no more. Sometimes it's best not to be that close. I'm parched. Give me 1 second, y'all. But I'm back. Um, and then Marcel was sitting up here saying that he feels some type of way and he cares for Kiki. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't think you've ever cared for Kiki. I don't really think that you like Kiki or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Um, they say they're hurt by Kiki, but and I can understand them being hurt by her, but I mean, clearly she's hurt by both of y'all too. So y'all not the only one that's hurt. I mean, everybody in this situation is hurt by something, and I feel like everybody should acknowledge everybody's hurt in this situation. Everybody's out for itself. You feel what I'm saying? Like nobody really gives a about what's going on with the next person. They don't care. All they care about is, all they really give a fuck about is how they feel. And that's how things never really get solved or anything like that, is because you know, it's all about my feelings. It's all about how you hurt me. But what about how what about how you've made certain people feel some type of way? What about the things that you've done? What about the things that you've said? You feel what I'm saying? And I think that is pretty crazy how people never really address those issues, and I feel like it's kind of messed up that they don't. So you can't expect for someone to you can expect for people to feel like you're this and you're that, or make people feel like you hurt make people feel some type of way about you being hurt, but you cannot own up to the fact that you hurt somebody else. We're all human beings. We're all flawed people. We hurt and we hurt other people, and sometimes it's a good thing to just say I hurt you. They mentioned the Stormy situation. Marceau felt bad for making her feel some type of way about what he said about Kiki and the drug thing, and he was like, even though we got ours, I still don't want her to feel no type of way and all that other stuff. When I tell you, Marceau just sits up and just play these games with people and make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, like he really cares. Like you would think if you didn't know him, if you didn't watch the show, you would think that he is so much of a great man. But for those of us that's been watching the show for a while now, we know that he ain't. We already know this already. Um, he tells Tisha that she doesn't hold herself accountable for anything. That is true. But Marcel, you don't hold yourself accountable for anything either. It's crazy how you sit up here and you tell your wife that she's not accountable. But as her husband, you're not accountable. You're never accountable, right? Never accountable. So are you gonna tell anybody that they need to be accountable when you sit up and you gaslight your wife all the time? I mean, I'm just saying. Neither one of y'all hold each other accountable. Neither one of y'all are accountable for anything that y'all do to other people. So it's like the tea kettle calling the pot a sponge or whatever. However you do it, however you say it. Anyway, yeah, this episode was boring as shit. Like I'm really struggling with this review. We get into Mel, Gigi, and Vanessa. Apparently Miss Van came up here. It's a 4-hour drive. Where the does Miss Van stay at? Does she still stay? Ain't they from Birmingham? Don't she still stay in Birmingham or some shit like that? Like I know Huntsville is like in northern Alabama, and I know that Birmingham is like in the center part. But what the where does Miss Van stay at? Ain't they from Birmingham? And if they are, does she still live in Birmingham? I don't know. But she comes up and they discuss Mel's name change ceremony. Now you do know that earlier this year it was put out there that Melody was changing her name from Holt to Melody Rogers, which is her maiden name. Okay, that's what she was doing. And I remember getting so much flack when I was reporting on the show. And I titled it, I said something. I said Melody Holt does such and such, such and such. And my whole damn comment section was so mad at me about that. And I'm like, girl, I don't follow her or this show enough to know what she doing. And I kind of forgot that she was changing her name to begin with. So I wasn't calling her Melody Holt to get nobody's goat. But I definitely put it in there because that's what I was used to putting in there. So now I'm making a conscious effort to not say Melody Holt no more, child. But anyway, they're doing that. They're talking about that. Um, Miss Van asked Melody how many people does she want to be there, and Melody only want like 20 some odd people there. Like she don't want no big old events. It's gonna be very small. Melody said that she got security there, because she got a crazy ass ex. She's a single woman. She needs that security. Um, she received her letter, but she haven't opened it, so she wanted to open it with her mama. Next thing you know, she opened up the letter and it was pretty much official that Melody Cherie Holt was no longer that, and it was Melody Cherie Rogers. And she was very happy about getting that name change. And I think that that was a liberating thing for her, so to speak, because, that's the last real tie that she had to Martel was his name. So I think that made her feel better to not have that name anymore. Um, I don't know what that's like because I'm not married, but I can only imagine because I know you see a lot of women and they still keep their last name. But Mel was like, "Nah, you can have his last name. I don't really give a. You can have it. You can keep it. You can do whatever you want to. Keep the name. I don't want it no more. Okay. Um, so I think that it just her changing her name pretty much solidifies everything for her. Like this is really over. Those 14 years that I spent with that man is really over. But she's done with him. So there's really no need for her to keep it. Honestly. That's how I think. That's what I think about it. We get into Kiki and Stormy. They talked about Kiki's son's final year in high school and how, that was one of the reasons why they moved. And then, Kiki apologized to Stormy for snatching them Uno cards out of her hand and hurling them at Letitia and Marcel. And I'm glad that Kiki apologized to Stormy, because Stormy was looking at Kiki like, now why am I in it? Now see how I get thrown into stuff. I ain't even did nothing. Like, that's how Kiki was looking when that's how Stormy was looking when Kiki snatched them Uno cards out of their damn hand. Um, let's see. But yeah, she apologized to Stormy for that. Kiki explains why she went out. She says that she went out because, she was trying to speak to Tisha and Marceau, and they just paid her dust like she wasn't sitting there. And that was a trigger for her. Why is it a trigger for you? That's the thing that I want to know. Kiki, why is it a trigger for you? Why do you give a if she speak to you or not? I don't understand that. Why do you give a because here's the thing with me. You don't with her. She don't with you. You damn sure don't with her mama at this point. You don't even say her mama name in your lives at this point. So why does it matter if she pays you dust? Pay her dust back. Pretend like she's not there. I'm a master at doing that. Okay, I pay you dust all day. I'm telling you, you are dead to me when I don't fuck with you no more. Like, when I don't fuck with you no more and I ain't got no more use for your ass, and it ain't really nothing else for me to say to you, like, dust, you're a dead person. I don't see you. I don't see you, so there's really nothing else to be discussed. And I think that that's what Kiki should have done instead of showing that she was bothered, because that's what she did. She showed that she was bothered by the fact that that lady wasn't speaking to her. And I just think that that was ridiculous. Like, how old are we? We mad because the motherfucker didn't speak to us? I wish I would be mad about that. I'm just saying, I wish the fuck I would be mad about Am motherfucker not speaking to me. Are you serious? Mad for what? You only got one time. It's only one time for me to speak to you, and you don't speak to me back. I'd be like, okay, fuck you. It's so that's the type of time we on. We're gonna be on that type of time for the remainder of the time. And that's it. And I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? But I guess everybody got different triggers, child. I guess. Kiki says that she wishes that she didn't love Tisha. Now that part got, that kind of hit me right here. Because when it comes down to family, and they do you wrong, and they do things to you, and then they hurt you and stuff like that. They hurt you. But you still love them even though they've hurt you, even though they've done things to you, even though they've put you over. You still love them. And sometimes that's a hard thing to swallow. You still love them. Um, that's how I am with my cousin. My cousin was transitioning when we fell out. And the thing of it is I still love her as her now. I still love her as a person. I don't talk to her. I refuse to talk to her. I have nothing to say to her. Like, somebody brought her up to me about 3 days ago, and I was like, I hate to sound ridiculous. What I say? I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but I don't know who this woman is. I mean, she could be walking down the street and I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this woman. Like, that's what I said when they were brought up to me. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I love you, but I don't with you. So that's just that. And I think that that's what Kiki is with Tisha. She love her, but she don't with her, and vice versa. I think that's where they at with each other right now, and that's how they can really do. Um, let's see what else was said. Kiki said she tired of Tiffany. She tired of Tiffany talking about her. She tired of Tiffany speaking on her. She and she was telling her what talking about what was it? Telling her what Mill told her. Then she turned around and told Stormy that that Tiffany was shitting on her products and saying that they wasn't safe and all this other stuff. And Stormy really didn't give a damn. Stormy said, "Listen, Kiki told me that I was, what is it? I was like, what she say? She said, "Well, I know that Tiffany probably did say that about me behind my back, but I really don't care if she. I just want her to. I just want to see if she gonna say it to my face, and if she don't, then I just move accordingly. Sometimes that's what you got to do. But you know that Tiffany not gonna say it to her face unless it's being yanked up out of her. She ain't gonna never say that to her face. Um, we get into Letitia, Mel, and Kimmy. Okay, and Tisha came into this with some up ass energy. Like she made it clear that she didn't want to come. No way. I felt like she only came because it was the call sheet, and that was it. She did not want to come at all. And she said that, right? And Mel was like, "Girl, what's going on with you?" And then, Tisha was like, "I'm good, I'm fine," when she really wasn't fine at all, right? She wasn't really fine. That's when Kimmy came in, and Kimmy felt the same energy that Melody felt with Kiki, right? I mean, with Tisha. Tisha says that she don't want nothing to do with Kiki. You know what I mean? She says that after everything that has happened, everything that she's done, I really don't want nothing to do with her. I'm done with Kiki. Like I'm done with Kiki. There's nothing else to be said about Kiki. That's when Tisha starts saying that she knows that Kiki is on drugs. Then Melody said, "How do you know that she's on drugs?" She said, "I know that she's on drugs." Tisha, you don't know that she's on drugs. There y'all go. There you go, perpetuating that same story, saying that that girl on drugs and stuff, and you know that ain't right. You know it's not right at all. So I don't even understand. I don't even get it. Like, why do you think that that's okay to even do that? That is the reason why. Okay, see, that's the reason why she slapped that drink in your face to begin with. Is because of the fact that you said that, like, you sitting up here steady perpetuating this on national TV that she's on drugs. Um, Tisha, when Melody was asking her questions about the situation with Kiki, Tisha said, "I'm gonna leave." And it's like, why are you running from the conversation? Like, you can sit up here, you can talk about everybody else and have opinions about everybody else, but when you're confronted with something that you got going on with you ready to run. And see, this is the reason why people be coming down on you. See, I had sympathy for your ass the last 2 weeks because Kiki slapped that damn drink in your face, and I was taking up for you, and I felt bad for you. You feel what I'm saying? And so, I just feel as though at the end of the day, no, face it head on the same way everybody got to face it head on, Tisha. Just do that. Have the conversation. And I get that she gave the example by saying that, family called her saying that she had been asking for money and the behavior was the same. But at the end of the day, she still shouldn't be saying it. She keeps saying it because she knows that that's a trigger for her. She knows that if you say I'm on drugs, that's gonna trigger the out of Kiki and that's gonna set alarms off with her. That's what she know. But I just, yeah. Mel says that she spoke to Kiki, and as Mel was telling her that, Tisha said, "I'm done. I don't want to talk about this," and she leaves. And I'm like, why are you so pressed to the point to where you don't want to speak about this situation? Is it because you don't want to talk about Kiki with Melody? Is it because you don't with Melody like that and you don't want to talk about it with her? Or is it that you just don't want to constantly keep on airing out your family business? What is really the issue here? Because you refuse to talk about it when you know you got to talk about it on this show. You feel what I'm saying? She just keep running. And Mel thinks that Tisha still bother. And I definitely agree with Melody on that. I don't agree with Melody on a lot of things, but I definitely agree with her on this. Yeah, I really ran through this review because I'm already at the last part. We get into Martell and Neil. And they speak on the fact that when they was all at the barbecue, Mel didn't speak to Martell. And Martell felt like she should have spoken, and so did Neil. Why does Melody need to speak to Martell? The man got her in a custody battle. The man is doing interviews about this lady. He's speaking about her in public, letting his ratchet side chick, you know what I'm saying, talk about her. Why does she need to speak to him? I get that they got children, but it's really nothing to talk about. Shout out to Lucky Charms for the super chat. She says, I think it's because it's Melody as the one who was starting the conversation about that situation. I could see that. But yeah, but yeah, she don't have to speak to him. She don't, and furthermore, she don't owe him nothing. What she owes him is a foot up his ass. That's what she owes him, and she don't owe him nothing. So I don't even understand that. Let's see. Then they discuss Mel changing her name, and he feels as though it's basically finalizing the fact that they're no longer together and that they're not in the best of places. So that's how he feels about the name change. Um, he feels like Nell should not attend her party. And he feel like it's a slap in his face if she goes. And he feels like Mel is being spiteful by having a party for it. How is she being spiteful for having a party? For her liberation, for her freedom, for something that's dealing with her. She's free of you. The only thing that she got ties to you for with is the kids. But as far as her own damn life, she ain't got no more ties to you besides the children. So if she want to have a party for it, she absolutely can. She's moved on. She's over you. Go get lost. Boy, who do you think that you are? As Keisha Cole says. And Nell is messy. I'm gonna say that. Nell is messy. And then thank you for this because I'm glad that you brought that up. Um, QT says Martell is on BS. He said that Melody was petty for wanting Destiny to choose sides, but now he wants his friends to do it. Exactly. You said that you was going in on Mel about wanting Destiny to choose between you or her, and here you go trying to make Nell choose between you and Melody, and I think that that's crazy. And then not to mention when Nell brought up that damn affair, he want to say, "Well, Melody cheated on me." This is what I think. Y'all can be mad if you want to, because I don't care. I'm just gonna tell y'all what I think. Do I think that Melody had another man at some point? I do. Was Melody in the marriage with Martell at that point? Because Melody did move out and Melody did stay in an apartment of her own for a couple of months. So in that couple of months, she probably did have her a man. She probably did. And why should I be mad that she had a man during that time? I'm just trying to understand what part am I supposed to be upset about? Why should I be mad that she had a man during that time? There's no need for me to. She left you. You had a woman. You were sleeping around. So why should she be loyal when you ain't being loyal and you're still not? So yeah, do I think that she was getting her back blown out? Absolutely. Do I think that she was getting her peach cobblered? Yes, I believe it, 100%. But I think that she did it when she was separated. So that's not really cheating, Martell. See, you want to sit up here and make it seem like she was going having an ongoing affair, but that's what you were doing. So yeah, I'm gonna need for Martell to stop it, and I'm gonna need for Nail to stop being messy and playing both sides of the fence because that's what she's doing. Stay out of it. That's all I'm asking you is to stay out of it. Period. Because don't nobody give a if Melody cheated or not, especially at this point, because you and Melody are not even together no more. Like y'all been divorced for quite some time now. Don't nobody care. Like for real. So I don't even understand why is this even a thing, a topic of discussion? Like why do you keep on making this about her and what she did and what she supposedly did? Like I don't even understand why that is a topic of discussion. But to each is the on. Don't nobody care, Martell. And you can sit up here and you can be mad with everybody for attending that damn party because everybody's going to that damn party. And that's just it. That's just it. So you can do your thug thizzle and be mad, and ain't nobody gonna care. But y'all, that's really all I had. Because the episode was not good to me. It's not good, but thank God Potomac is back. Thank God Bell Collective is back next Friday. Thank God, because this has been a struggle these last couple of weeks, just reviewing this shit, and basketball wise, it's been a struggle. But before I go, I just want to say this to you guys. Two things happened today. Well, last night. I'm gonna start off with last night. Last night was a night where I had it was at random. I had a spell with me wanting to cry and shit like that, a depression spell last night. But then hey Bando. um this has been a crazy year. If you watch my Ashley Miller thing, you would know that mentioned that I've been dealing with depression all year, suicidal thoughts every other month, stuff like that. Y'all know that, right? So I was dealing with that last night, and I woke up with a heavy heart this morning, right? So before Love and Marriage Huntsville came on, I got a phone call from my best friend Jamar. Today is his birthday. Y'all know that. And he told me that he was at a bar, and this girl was fixing him and Ondario their drinks. She just so happened to be someone who watches the show. And she told him that she loves me and him. She's been following us for years and all this good stuff. So he FaceTimed me so she can have a chance to talk to me. And when she came back to the table, he turned the phone around, and there I was on the FaceTime. And then she was like, "You don't understand. I've been following you for years. I love you. I love your platform. I love everything that you do. And I have been going through some things, but when I turn your videos on, you make me smile." And y'all, and I just wanted to tell y'all that story because I be sitting up here like wallowing in my own shit, not realizing that it's a bigger purpose for me. I be doing this shit because I love to do it, and not really realizing that my energy and everything that I bring to the table actually helps somebody else. So I want to send a special shout out to my Scotty Gang people for always holding me down and always having my back. I love you guys to death. Now, another thing too, before I go, we're like halfway to 50K. I'm at 49.5. So we got 500 subs to go before I hit 50K. So we almost there. Almost there. So make sure you guys are subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure to do all that stuff. Subscribe, watch all that, because we are headed to 50K. Now, before we go, I got to do two things. I got to do my promotion. So we're going to start it off with our very own Tremel. Tremel, of course, is my dear friend, and he's a part of my Chasing panel, of course. He has a brand new single out by the name of Long Days. It's available everywhere. So make sure you guys go and purchase and stream it while it's out there. And also we have Bando. Bando has a brand new single out called Bando's Dream, and it's now available on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as YouTube. All right. Make sure you guys support him, because I definitely support him, and he knows that. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. Thank you guys once again. I will see you guys on the next video. And I'm out of here. And go to hair, really be. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.